And how do we feel about this map?
Um, Overall, first point I think we did really well, and then second point or second map, they made some swaps to their team that we didn't really adapt fast enough to. But then by third point, we were kind of able to recognize how we beat their comp.
Hmm. Yeah. So I think our setup's pretty good here. We definitely have the positional advantage. Like if our Genji can get to here right away, if we have this amount of space, that'd be really good. And then we can swing the corner a little bit. They were weak, so we can dive and finish that off. That is all good.
I'm thinking if they ever walk Mega, me and Helios can just walk through their their side, and then we can just pincer them and be set up on
Yeah,
two angles with Mondo on Mondo engage.
yeah, you can do that for sure. Um, yeah, another thing you can do is put your like sojourn here to look at this angle.
Hmm.
So if they're going this way, then you can put like Genji Soj, and then they can't get through really easily. Also, if the Sombra's like doing this a lot, Kyle, you can move towards this and like force her out, and probably even kill her. Like Sombra's really punishable. For instance,
Hmm.
this DP right here is like really bad. Like, she could die for this. Like if she TP's like that and you're around, you probably just get the kill. But right now, it's like, what's wrong with our positioning in general is that we didn't rotate to match these guys. So I don't know what you're trying to do by trading damage this way, but it's definitely not protecting our backline enough. We need to hold the space here, like Hazard Genji, Lucio, right?
Yeah.
Because if we don't do this, they can ignore us completely and go under Soj. We need to be there to stop it. And they're in Juno, so they can do that really quickly.
Yo, just go right.
Going on Juno,
I
because
think they're
Juno
just
is
scared to.
overextended.
I think they're just scared to jump onto Soj.
They should have just
'Cause
jumped our
they
Soj.
yeah,
Our
they just
Soj,
ring jump.
yeah.
But I guess
Soj
their
could have died.
Tracer, Sombra was dead. Tracer was like not able to follow up. Maybe he was scared of being isolated.
He just overextended a little bit.
Yeah. I wanted that Juno dead.
Yeah, like if two people can access her Soj, it's too much. Like Sombra, okay, she can get through because she's invisible.
Hmm.
But if Hazard can get through and Juno can get through, and her Soj is here, like this is a really bad setup for us. We don't want to let that happen.
Yeah.
Again, here it's like Kyle, you need to think about who do you need to support right now. If we know that their tracers on this side, you can move towards this side here to support
Hmm.
the angle. And that's important because you need to be where you're needed. It's not like you always plus one your Genji 100% of the time. You just need to plus one your Genji when he needs it. And right now he doesn't need your help.
Yeah.
These guys need your help. And you're a better matchup for that too. So your Soj just slid and your Q is TP'd. So now the angle is gone from you guys. Don't go past the choke here, Helios. I don't know if you
Yeah, my
noticed the
bad.
Juno going through, but you need to focus Juno here with the rest of your team for sure. So yeah, our Sojourn angle is forced out, and that's like basically means we can't hold the space anymore. Just be prepared to back up. Like if our Sojourn has to give space this way, just play here again. Hazard Genji. Sojourn, right? Instead of just dying. If our Soj has to move, then we have to move back a little bit. Just give like one corner. We can set up here to begin with. And then when we back up, we can back up like this. Just back one corner. So we're fully stabilized. Nice ults. Yeah, you guys are good mechanics, so we got those kills. Also, playing Hirkao is maybe not a good idea when you have beat, because if they know you have beat and they're going to try and Ajax you, they'll just run it down if they see you here. Like a better team will just 3-2-1, drop Hazard Wall here, Juno ring, walk out and age you, you're dead. And then you Ajax. So be careful about that. The rush is pretty good, because they have to walk out of the choke. We get the kill on Juno. You definitely want to turn around and mark Sombra Tracer there to help with that dual Kyle. Also, this is last fight. Just use your ults, guys. Like, just use them. Use them immediately. We're gonna win that. Yeah, does that make sense? Like, we just give a little space when our Sojourn's forced out, and also we need to move to support our Sojourn.
Okay.
When she's getting pressured, when we know people are walking down this lane, we can't just let them go here for free. We're staying too long here. We need to rotate and match on this choke immediately. If their hazard goes here, our hazard has to go here. Okay.
So is that like marching the tracer, like scouting a little better and calling it?
Yeah, we need to scout her. So what is your question?
Who would go like and test her, like the tracer or the Sombra?
Like Lucio can help. Genji's not very good into that. Genji wants to be close to backline and threaten backline. But it's more like as a team, we kind of let them through. Like, our Hazard was not rotating in time. Our Genji Lucio was not rotating in time. But definitely our Lucio can go help that side of the map. If it's Lucio, Kiriko, and Sojourn, then even Sombra Tracer, they can't get through. They can't take the 2v3 into those guys, right? Yeah, definitely Hazard does not want to be part of that duel, and Genji does not really want to be part of that duel either. Unless the Sombra uses TP and she's killable, then Genji can go in to like confirm the kill. This is pretty good. Our Sojourn's rotating wide. Usually I would just walk up to the corner as Hazard, like right away. Especially because they gave you space here. If our Hazard holds this corner and our Sojourn's here, then we zone them off of like the entire point basically. The space was kind of given to us, we might as well just take it here. But because our Hazard's playing so far back, and it's also out of our Sojourn LOS, what does that mean our kill box is right now?
The stairs.
The stairs.
It's like right here. So you guys are out of position, right? Maybe that's a miscommunication, but just be super clear about where we're fighting. If we're fighting here, then you guys should be maybe like Hazard, Genji, Lucio, like that. But if we're fighting here, then we can play Hazard, Genji, Sojourn, and now we're fighting for White Room. Trade walls. Should we go for a trade here right away because we're down one? Okay, good try. really quick, if they have close range heroes like Brig, Sombra, Genji, and they're holding this choke here, how do we get through if we don't have an ultimate? What's an easy way to get through?
Go around.
Yeah, just send somebody this way, and it should be Trixie or Sojourn.
I also just realized that exit existed.
Yeah, so
Entrance existed.
if we can't peek Hazard here as Sojourn because he's gonna drop a wall on you and you're gonna get blown up instantly. So you just go through the door.
Where does this way
Boom.
go? Is it go to like the white room, or like the server?
This way, yeah, it goes back to the point. But you just want to take this position and basically shoot Hazard so your team can walk through.
Gotcha.
So you take this threatening off angle on Hazard, he can no longer hold the space and he has to leave.
Would I want to support that off angle, or would I want to stay main so I can heal the poke as our sojourns? rotating?
Either you or Lucio can go support the off angle. I think Kiriko can go with you there. That's a good option. When you're taking like big off angles as Sojourn, it's nice to have Kiriko support because you're both long range heroes. It's kind of complementary. Unlike Lucio, he just like is there. I mean, what that means is don't trade damage at the choke. So for our tank, what that means is don't really peek at all because you only have Lucio heals until your Sojourn's getting value. And then we can push forward. I'll fill your Sojourn peak. Taking space, taking space. Summer no TP. By the way, this is killable for sure. If our Genji is in range somewhere and we call this, just like dash on her. That's the free kill. Looks like we're threatening backline here, but be careful because this is not really a fight that is supported right now, and it is like a 2v4. So doing a dive like this is pretty punishable because these guys are stabilized, and you're kind of cheating the dives. What that means is like you're going past the two angles they have and then just skipping right away into their backline. Also, Juno Brig is very survivable, so if these guys are good, that they will stable for a very, very long time, and it'll be hard to kill them. The person who was not stable on their team was their Sombra, because she's in the middle of our team here. So we're moving up, we're closing the space here. Hazard goes in this way. Now if Hazard uses CDs, then he becomes like put out of the fight for a second. So if you can't TP here, I'm not sure if you had TP. That might be a good spot for you.
I think I might be good.
Oh, you're hacked, yeah. I could try.
I looked in.
Trixie, I think this angle is okay. But be careful because you're getting basically shot in the back. If you want to open up the angle on this Hazard here, instead of going backline, then you should swing this way. And then if he's hiding behind cover, then maybe you can play up here. But you're shooting him and you're swinging the opposite direction and like turning your back to the Juno or whoever else would be there. Oh, nice shot. Yeah, then when you slide, it's too punishable because you're basically in the middle of your team. Like if you have to slide and they didn't use a movement cooldown to get to you, for instance, Hazard did not use shift to get to you here, you're probably dead. So he sees you slide and he's like, okay, let's kill Sojourn. So yeah, overall, this fight, I think we need to be a bit more patient. Walk up our Hazard, walk up our Sojourn, and then clear things one by one. If the Sombra's in her backline, don't dive right away. Let's stabilize, like our Lucio can clear the Sombra. And then after she's gone, we can move up. Sombra's out, we can shoot Hazard for a second, and then we see, okay, is backline reachable if Juno breaks here? If yes, then we can go on backline. And we don't even have to kill them, we just have to zone them. So our Sojourn can swing even further. Right, let's say our Sojourn wants to swing this way. And then their Hazard is at a position. If their backline is zoned, and our Hazard is here, zoning backline, then our Sojourn can swing freely and shoot Hazard, and Hazard should be forced out. So we don't even need to get a kill, we just need to win the space like that. We make space for a Sojourn, and then we go. We make space for a Sojourn, and then we go. If we dive backline immediately, it can be punished. This jump from Hazard is kind of feed. Okay, good ult. I think you should probably beat soon. So yeah, I think we should have beat it here. And another thing to keep in mind is like, if we see an opportunity like this, like their Hazard's clearly out of position, we can just beat and then everybody turn him and look at him to blow him up. If we have target focus, we can just make the call and do so. It's nice to be aggressive when we have like even small opportunities like that. We can get kills if we're just decisive and aggressive with our ultimate. Okay, we get trades. Good setup. Be careful if you need to rotate back in time, Kyle. Also, you guys are going past the choke again. What's happening? Wait, how did Mono get there? I don't like this jump because it's outside of our kill box. Our kill box is our Sojourn LOS. It ends here. You should not go outside of it. Same with you, Helios. You're going outside your Sojourn LOS. Use OC.
Oh god, I remember this.
Did you beat behind a wall? Yeah, you did beat behind a wall.
I thought I'd be able to peek out fast enough, but I was not able to get out.
I don't even know why you're here. You're like kind of running it down. Just go to your team. Go back that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tragedy.
I thought I'd be able to get out fast enough to get Helios and Mondo in the beat, but I could have just not gone into it and just played on point and beat it from there.
Yeah, Mondo's getting the... Just survive. You need to block a little bit earlier. I don't think you were hacked. Definitely limit the amount of damage you're taking. Blade. I like this blade. That's unfortunate. Yeah, definitely greeting walking out of cover again there, but that's okay. Like, what we need to do right now is stabilize our backline. Like, this whole fight, our backline is continuously zoned by Hazard. So if Mondo is managing his HP better, then we can just look at Hazard. We can even shift back and shoot him in the back, like as our own Hazard, to force him away from our Sojourn. That's what needs to happen here. Because he's still pretty close. And he's full HP. So our Sojourn had like 1 second where she wasn't getting zoned by Hazard in that fight. Yeah, I think...
Getting lost in that blade.
Yeah. That's okay.
Completely turned the wrong way.
Yeah, no, it happens, it happens. I mean, one piece of advice I could give you is make sure you're like paying attention to where the enemy is. Like if you're standing here and you can see like where their backline and squishies are, then you probably will not put yourself in a position where you're getting like in between like Hazard and like Juno or whatever, because this is awkward for you.
Mm-hmm.
So just take a minute and like analyze. Okay, where is my team? My team is like completely zoned up here, dying. Where is the enemy? The enemy is here. So then you can like decide. You don't even need to get a kill sometimes. If you see somebody over here that you can dash on, maybe you can go back that way for safety. Or you cleared out this area, and then maybe you just have to stabilize after that and wait for your team to stabilize before you go back in. And that's okay, as long as you survive. But the big issue for me is us doing this when our Sojourn's here. Like that's pretty bad, and that's easily fixable. Just don't do that ever again.
Oh yeah, also we kinda, every time we re-engage, like after a lost fight, we kinda 5-stack on bridge. Is that bad?
It's okay if you have
Or
space to do that. Yeah.
okay, I was just wondering.
You can also split Genji Lucio this way, and then Sojourn this way if you want. But it is also like who can get here first. So this is kind of a direct path, and that's nice to take. What we're trying to do right now is just take space for a Sojourn. So yeah, this is pretty good. I like this angle. It's definitely a good idea. But they go first, and this is the issue where we need to do a soft hit as soon as we're set up. So when are we set
I
up?
think we actually said that right after we lost this fight. I think that we said that we needed to go first.
Yeah, yeah. And going first doesn't mean go kill Brig right away. It just means do a hit somewhere. So we're set up now. We need to do a soft hit. Where can we go? Are these guys reachable? Yes or no?
No.
No. Who do we go on? What do we do?
Genji.
You can just shoot
Yeah, if we can force out the Has, then we can
just force out the front
go on the
line.
core.
Probably just
Hold the wall
Has.
on the left.
Just drop a wall here, shift this way. You don't even need to dash in. You just need to walk up. Walk up this way, mark the Genji so the Genji can't trade your backline right away. And then you're good. And then you win space. That's all you need to do. But we wait and we wait and we wait. I mean, even like right now, dropping a wall and then shifting on Hazard here would be probably a good idea because it's all within our Sojourn LOS. We have this very oppressive angle and they do not have Sojourn here. So Mondo doesn't actually have a lot to be afraid of. There's no damage coming from this side compared to Sojourn. There's like almost nothing. At the very least, we need to get like some kind of backline zone or some kind of pressure out there. Yeah, you could also micro like, oh, we should like Suzu the hack or whatever, like boop away the Sombra, but that comes with practice. The big picture thing is we just waited too long. That this guy's defeating. Nice go.
Yeah, us killing the tank
Awesome.
is crazy.
Awesome. We love that. So we stable, we stable. Okay, 3, 2, 1, push. And we just win that fight.
Yeah, here we see they're rotating.
Just go kill her. You can. She's this low HP. You can shift and one-shot her right now. Like this. This is a mistake for the Sombra. She should die for things like this.
Here, I think we ended up stacking.
Yeah.
And then I called it out here, I think.
Right. So what space should we hold? Where should be our kill box right now?
Where they woke out the tiny thing that has his about to go.
Yeah. So probably this choke here can be the choke we play on. Right. So maybe Genji, Hazard, Sojourn, can see down the lane here. Maybe Kiri on this side so we can support Hazard easily. And then probably what Kyle will have to do is play on this side to look at Sombra and Genji. Whoa, what happened to you?
I think I tried to climb the wall.
Oh, you okay?
Oh, and then I got booed.
You got you got pushed. But yeah, this is actually really good right here. We could be holding a bit more space, but they shift, we counter dive, we get a really good wall. Yeah, that's nice. Kyle, go kill her. You're fast. Good setup. Their Hazard cannot peek this. Now, if we see their Genji split, what do we do? Look how far away he is.
Got their back
Or go
line.
in.
Even if he dashes right now, he'll maybe get to here with his dash. But we, in that time, we can put our entire team here. So just go. Just push them.
Yeah,
Just kill
rush
everybody,
B.
like right now.
Yeah, it would be a
The Genji
5v5
cannot catch up
map.
to you if we just make the decision and then 3, 2, 1, run it down. Kill their bird.
Solo MVP is insane.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you.
Can you
Uh,
see my POV? Did I think I suited, but it was too late.
Suzu? Yeah, I mean, good try. I don't know why you're walking this way. Just like support him, but back up. Like back up this way. Yeah, I would definitely back up that way or go to your team. And same with you, Trixie. Let's see. Slide. You probably want to slide here and before this happens. Like if he's hitting his shots, you're probably dead by now. I think you want to slide that way. Because you're in the rush and you're getting supported by your team at that point. Going this way is a mistake for sure. Genji can kill you.
Your Genji just
If he's
flipped
hitting a
everything.
shot, maybe, but
Yeah. He missed dash and all
if
his
he's
shots.
hitting a shot, he would kill you, yeah. Oh, okay. The trade of all trades.
Yeah, I do need to work on my slides into my team.
Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, but you build it into a habit, right? Just think about like what space we own and what space they own. If their Hazard goes in like this, their team doesn't really own this space anymore, so you can just trade spots with them and then go that way. Same concept with the monkey.
Yeah, what's a Juno gonna do? She's not gonna kill you.
Okay. They blade. Good OC. Slide. Good slide. You jumped so early. Like you could have been here by now if you just stayed on the ground. And he doesn't have dash. Yeah, no, you'd be safe. Just don't like jump that early. Create more distance. Also, when you're this close to beat Kyle, please play safer. Like you can literally go back here and farm beat and then beat around the corner. Prefer that thing to die.
At this point, I think we were just like they just wasted like every ult almost. We could basically win this with like 4 ults.
Yeah, they use 2 support outs, so we should be good to win. Beat Blade. They just straight up missed their hazard ult.
That 4v5 was actually because of Trixie's play there. I don't know if you noticed. At the beginning, he called out that he's gonna bait left for a second,
Yeah.
and it baited the Sombra into going behind us.
Oh,
and then
that's
we
what was happening here?
A 5v4, yeah.
Okay, okay.
That was actually genius.
And Zelda IQ.
Yeah. But also, like, this hazard is, like, being really silly right now. He should stand here and murder our Sojourn or Curie. That's something we should keep in mind and be wary of. Look at Genji, look at Genji. You get a little close again there, Kyle. Remember, you're super squishy on this composition.
Well, I don't know what the Sombra's doing. Out of the fight entire time.
He's taking the spawn 1v1 with their Lucio, which he wins. Never mind. Dies to virus, dies to COVID. Okay, yeah, so that map was a little bit, or that point on that map was a little bit better. Just get our kill boxes sorted and hold the choke right away. If they're doing weird flanks, we can just push main, push the back line. Yeah. And then some CD usage.
Am I stacking with my Soj too much?
Are you stacking with your Soj?
I think it'd be
the previous
most
fights.
noticeable on the first point. The first point, I was basically stacked. Or sorry, not the first
You
point,
don't
second.
want to hard stack.
I guess first point too.
I mean, like, yeah, maybe a little bit. Like, with this kind of setup, we want to have, like Sojourn, Kiri, that kind of thing. Just a little bit of distance between you, but you just want to make sure, like, if something is hitting your Sojourn, you have a comfortable distance to survive. And you can pocket your Soj without dying yourself. Yeah, our setup here, you're definitely too stacked. Like I said, probably like Sojourn, Kiri, something like that. Or if you want to get freaky with it and mark the angle as Kiri, then you could do Kiri Soj.
I think I was scared of the Sombra Tracer.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, you're a better duelist for those two than your Sojourn. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how it is right now. Yeah,
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's out here trying to figure out where they are.
that's it. Readies.
Oh wait, next map. Colosseum, right, Kyle?
Yep.
Oh my god, the fucking ball, man. Fucking hit ball player.
Okay, wait, where is that? Colosseo.
Bro, the ball was so trash. I'm legit. Like, he wasn't even doing anything crazy. He was just walking in and then walking out.
Oh, this was a really messy map. I think kind of like pretty quick, a lot of us just kind of got tilted and just kind of like played really poorly.
Yeah,
After the
that's
ball farmed us.
I mean, like, we don't have to go through the whole thing if we were just like hard mental doomed. What's the?
Well, at least look at the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
At the very least.
Like, what's the? How do we survive a ball comp like this? Like Ball Reaper Sojourn. The short answer is we need to not get too split so the ball can't just like 1v1 somebody. and we need to repel him. Like he has a lot of health, but he's a finite amount of resources. So if he's low HP, he's not gonna be able to go in for a sec. He has to go find a mega. So we need to repel him a little bit, and then when he's out, we can just go. Or if we get close enough to their backline and he is still like AFK waiting to engage, then we can just go anyways, and we don't have to wait for him. But if he's threatening us on our rotation, like we're rotating through this space here and he's threatening our backline, we should spend time to not engage and repel the ball. Otherwise, we're taking a 1, 2, 3 versus 4, and that's not good. Does that kind of make sense? Just be patient, take a minute to repel him, and then we can go in. But they're landing a phenomenal anti, and we're not going to succeed in that dive. Basically, because our Sojourn Curie got 0 value that fight. That's not their fault, it's your guys' fault, the 3 at the front, because we didn't wait for them to stabilize.
I remember
Oh
that.
my god, you got rolled. What happened? Literally rolled off background.
Bro, Kaiser's on the other team. Dipping us.
Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, this is another situation where these guys, are they diveable? Nope. Way too far. We have to spend the time, assuming our Kiriko's alive, we spend the time clearing this. And then if this Reaper is hiding, then we can go with a mark. Probably Lucio, Sojourn can look at this doorway to stop him from like just walking out for free and maybe like murdering somebody, but also just creating distance. Like our Sojourn doesn't have to stand here if Reaper's on this doorway. Our Sojourn can rotate this way to this high ground or to this high ground, so we can shoot down and advance our angle on the back line, or just running away from him. We don't have to go contest him in the room. Step 1, just take the space, clear out the ball if he's threatening you guys, and then we can go while he's on his down cycle. So right now we're clearing him out.
Yeah, that was my fault.
But yeah, this is like this exact same issue. You guys are going in while your backline was not stabilized. And their Sojourn's feeding in your spawn. This is a free kill. Just turn around and kill her. It has to be a team effort to clear ball. Yeah, I think that's basically like that. Maybe we don't have to look at the whole thing. Is there anything else specific on this map? Or did what I say kind of
I think it was pretty much that.
clear things
over
up a little bit?
summary.
Okay, let's look at something else.
Could we still run the hazard comp, but we just have to clear it out basically?
Yeah, Hazard is meta, you can run him. You just have to repel the ball. Repel the ball. Just think about that. If the ball is threatening your guys' rotation or stopping your backline from walking up, just repel his dive. When he goes in, just shoot him, clear him out. And then when he's out and we have our HP back, then we can go in. And we're going to be able to go in and do our hit before he is able to stabilize.
Can we do the last Runasapi, the YM8P16? The first code.
Yeah. Okay. Good hazard map.
There was a Smurf on the other team, bro.
So right now we have some space for a Sojourn. These guys are taking not a lot of space. So we can definitely like walk up this way and try and control the space more. If we wanted, we could do a hit right now and go on, maybe drop a wall here and then look at Genji, clear Genji, and then look at Hazard. And we just need to get a Sojourn angle on him. So maybe we put Sojourn here so Hazard can't walk out. and then we kill these guys. Or another thing we can do is kind of try and take the fight more in this lane. Maybe do Genji, Hazard, Sojourn, and then have our Sojourn angle like that. Yeah, we took a little too much damage and we didn't actually like go in here. So I would have been okay with you going here and looking for a wall kind of around this choke to clear it out, and then our Sojourn will be able to look at Maga a bit more. But right now it's like, look at the map control they have.
We have nothing. We need to take advantage of it.
Are we stabilized? Yeah, we're like full HP. So walk up. We can walk up. Hazard, Genji, Sojourn, maybe Lucio Kiri, and then just go. Maybe look for a wall here or here, and we can just collapse.
Is Mondo?
I don't think Mondo was ever here.
What's the problem with this dive?
Out of Soja LOS.
Yep. And Kiri LOS. And it's pushing through a choke that our Sojourn doesn't own yet. So we can do that. We need to swing our Sojourn Kiri this way though. Right? And then it's no longer out of LOS. Also, something to remember against Maga in particular is the one that will be doing most of the damage on Maga is your Sojourn. So if we're going in and Maga's full HP and he has E still, we're probably just going to die. What we want to do is force his E by just threatening him with our Sojourn damage. If our Sojourn's here and Maga's here, he needs to either stomp our Sojourn or he's going to sit here and take a bunch of damage, and then we can go in. And if he decides to stomp our Sojourn can slide that way or that way, and we kill everybody because the Maga just used his cooldowns. This dive is past the choke. Their Sojourn cannot see. You're going to take a lot of damage for that. They're trying to punish you.
You have to stabilize mostly.
Yeah. This Genji is out of position, so we should look for Lucio Genji hit on this direction as soon as possible. That's good, but remember when you're doing this, you're turning your back to very dangerous sources of damage here, so we really need a wall there. Maga uses E, so we stabilize for a second. Now Maga is feeding, so we can kill him. Good. And now we win the fight. If the enemy makes mistakes like that, we can punish them. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a couple times where I called out their team is feeding.
Yeah.
Either by like just all grouping up or like your Maga doing God knows what.
You're a little bit out of position. I think you were expecting the enemy to make a different rotation maybe, but you should be looking to play around, excuse me, this corner. And then as they walk out of this choke, you can take a very wide angle, like all the way back here almost. And you're very safe here and very threatening too, because you're zoning this entire lane against Maga. Also, we can mirror rush immediately here. If we rush here, then the enemy rush is no longer an advantage for them.
So I was too slow on
Yes,
it.
that was good. A little bit of hesitation, but that's good. Next target, by the way, Lucio. He has beat. Always go for Lucio.
Oh yeah, I was gonna, and then they caged, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, when they have cage, like just keep your distance. Remember, our win condition against, especially when they have those big brawl ults like cage, our win condition is not to brawl them necessarily, unless we have our own rush, but it's to just bait them into our Sojourn LOS. So our Sojourn can do all the work, and she's under like very little threat because she's at range. Stomp on. That's good. Somebody's gonna have to look at Genji at some point.
It's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me.
Because your Lucio's dead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you swing this corner right now?
Not a.
The Genji's respawning, actually. I think you can. That's 4v5. Normally, the answer would be no, if they're moved up this close, but they're 4v5, so I think the answer is a yes. But you should expect them to run into you, stomp you, like Maga will stomp you here, and then they'll use beat to sustain. So there's a few things we can do. We can slide this way to widen the angle, or we can try and kite it this way.
I think that's what we did.
Yeah. Or another thing we can do is bait their engage really early by swinging wide, like right now. So you can swing to like this corner, and then blade on their Lucio to try and Ajax them. Because they're gonna feel like forced to beat right now. If our Sojourn's here, they're gonna feel like they have to beat. And if we have railgun charge and we have blade, we can probably Ajax this. I mean, they might Sizu it if they're good, but even if they do beat, and they beat all the way up here, them beating this far away because their Sojourn had a threatening off angle is better than them stomping here and then beating while they're already on top of us, and then their beat gets more value. So we want to force that Brawl ultimate early in the fight.
This ends now.
This is scary. Because
Entire team looking at
because
him.
of this, he has E. You are going to kill 0 people in this E. They're all stacked. He has E. This is like not a diveable time for you. The win condition
E hit
is
everyone
swing our Sojourn and force their resources at range. Not like, I mean, you can see how split we are on the map right now. This amount of aggro should not be being taken. We want this guy to take aggro, and probably our blade to initiate this fight as well.
When Maga presses E, does it like allow everyone to get healed or only him?
Yeah, it's a radius. Wait, let's see if it shows on the screen. What does he use E? Yeah, well, he uses E now. And these two guys, I guess this guy was too far away. But it's a radius maybe about like this big
Oh shit.
that gets overdrive.
Gotcha.
Wait, does that concept make sense? Like forcing their resources at range a little bit. We just if they're all stacked here, like let's say there's 5 people in this circle, we don't need to stomp it. All we need to do is swing. We just need to swing it. So they're gonna have to make a decision. As soon as we swing, they're gonna be like imagine you were these guys. You have to make a choice. I need to contest the Sojourn right now, or I die.
I think right there I called for Mondo to go engage first so that he could take attention while I played. So I think that might have been my fault for having him jump in like that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. But like, does this part make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
About like baiting? Yeah. Oh, you guys are too far. If this guy was on hazard, you die. He just drops a wall behind you there.
Yeah.
Mondo, you're kind of feeding right here. They could punish you for shifting that early. They're just not reacting in time. Kyle, you're definitely feeding. Just go back.
Yeah, they trolled this fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Basically, for this point, our setup can be something like Sojourn, Kiriko, Hazard, Genji, maybe Lucio. Right. And you guys can be even further back if you want. Like if you see them pushing you, you can be like Sojourn, Kiriko, Hazard. And then this is creating the choke point. The choke point we would be playing for is around there. That defends their Sojourn. Like they can't walk through this because it's being pincered by Hazard Genji. Right? This is not a path the enemy can take. At least safely, without an ultimate. Whoa. He's got his AirPods in. He's got his AirPods in.
He's gonna
This ends now.
Good rush. Now what's our target? Uh-oh. What happened? Everybody left the rush. What happened, yo? Guys, we had a rush. We need to stand in it for it to get any value.
I think I lost in cover because I was so low. I was just hiding behind the car.
Also,
Yeah.
I got scared.
Yeah, I got blown up.
So everyone left it because everyone was scared of OC, basically.
Who cares? We got the Goon Squad running on their backline. At the very least, like, our Genji can dash at... Like, we can just dash here immediately. Like, we're in rush. Kiriko, Genji... You can force her slide, even if she has a C, like that. And you, Trixie, you need to swing in the rush, like, that way.
Yeah.
Or if you think she's killable, you can, like, maybe, like, do a jump shot or something, look for a shot on her. But the overall thing is you need to be in this rush and fighting, like, that direction. If possible.
Yeah, I was scared as hell because I was low.
But see this split here? Boom, boom. What? Oh, we're in their back line. Oh, we're in our spawn. Like, no. We're rushing. That means we're swinging together. Like, 3, 2, 1, rush, swing the corner. Mon is getting... He's like, where's my care, bro? That's a big ult, though. Nice. We used too many ults to win that fight, though. They only used, like, OC. Did they use Blade? I'm not sure. Can we hold this far? Probably not, because we're respawning. So I would recommend going back to this kill box.
Yeah,
But-
I figured it out.
Yeah, but for next time, we can hold up here on the choke. Hazard, Genji, Sojourn, maybe Kiri, Lucio. And then that's the choke point. They cannot walk to our Sojourn. See the pattern here? It's the exact same thing as over here. Yeah, Trixie's like, oh, I got a dip. But you're not going to make it back in time to your position because you were a little bit late.
This ends.
Our Sojourn's here. It's time to go.
This
Did
ends
you
now.
get pushed back? Might have gotten moved. By Lucio. Yeah. But that's a good dive on Sojourn. Now let me look at Trixie.
A little too out in the open.
A little too out in the open, right? Also, I think you could be further back. Like, you can swing, like, this way. Instead of, like, this way. You could go to this piece of cover. Or you could just, literally just stay here and use OC. Because right now we're killing the Sojourn. This is a fight that we will 100% win. All you need to do is survive. And you can definitely pop OC here to continue zoning them. But maybe that just means you stand here and you put your entire OC into Maga. Like, that's okay. You don't need to peek backline. If by peeking backline means you take a rail to the face, a kunai to the face, and Maga to the face, not worth it, right? Also, you slide too late. Another thing you could do in that situation is slide that way and then have your OC value in that direction. And you get Kiriko support.
Wow, they over ulted it.
Does he have OD? Yes. This is a mistake. No LOS. Our Kiriko doesn't have LOS there. Yeah, basically we need our Sojourn angle before we can go. Like, that's just every single fight. This is good. Our Sojourn can see this, so that means we can fight right here. We just need to walk up.
Here I threw this fight.
Yeah. How bad? How bad though?
We can talk about that. My bad, okay.
Oh, you just die like that. Okay. I get it. Honestly, I would do the same.
Because I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, we're all stacked up top. We're taking like no space. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll drop down on the
exactly.
angle.
Man, exactly. I like the way you're thinking. Honestly, flame your team. That was a good play. Flame your team.
Type shit.
I think the problem is that we had the same idea, but we were just on opposite sides of the map. He always wanted to peek through main, and I was like, oh, we can just go through coast and pressure the Soj.
Yeah, no, the real mistake you
And then
made is
Helios
you didn't
died.
full int and then just end up in the same location. You were hesitating and both taking damage.
Well, I can't just solo dive Soj.
So you think.
Int, not int. What do you want from me?
This ends now.
It's when it's our turn, you can like take space, you know. Within
This
reason.
ends now.
How did Lucio not die there? I was actually sort of...
Yeah, I'm confused too.
My headphones are turned off. How do I not hit again?
By the way, Sojourn angle ends right there. Our we're fighting out of our Sojourn, kind of. By like a second or two.
This ends.
Like, you use slide. So that's really bad. A better team is gonna kill you in the next like 2 seconds with later OC. Okay, nice. This is good. Holding the space, holding the space. They used 2 ults. It's probably a lost fight here. We didn't really have anything for the cage. If we have rush or beat, then maybe we fight that, but otherwise it's... the most we can do, if we don't have those ults, is... Remember what I said? You have to do your bait setup, bait your Sojourn at range, and try and force him to walk forward and take a lot of damage before he can be in range to cage you.
Wait, how did we win this again? They have like a solid 20-meter advantage.
We just win fights.
Rush is good. It's a little too... a little too deep from our hazard again. Only because, well, our rush ends here actually, I think, right? And then this is outside of a rush. The other thing is, our Sojourn hasn't gotten enough value yet. Like, they're so far back and nobody's contesting our Sojourn. The one who will win a space here is our backline. Our Sojourn will win that space by doing damage inside rush. I'm not saying don't go in there. I'm just saying, like, wait a couple seconds for your Sojourn to get value. And swing. And see the enemy. Okay, that's good. Where's Kyle? Where is my Lucio? Oh, he's just in. He's just involved. Almost, I would prefer you to hit the wall ride, dive on like Sojourn there, to be completely honest. Okay, we can swing this angle.
This ends.
Now, I think we want to use OC first here. Hazard ult is usually pretty bad at... like, Maga can't get stunned with his shift. And we can't really go in here too because they have beat ult. So, what I would like to see is Sojourn off angle and then OC from this angle first. So we have maybe Genji, Hazard, Sojourn wins this space for us with OC. And we can even swing this way. If they back up, our OC swings, and then we move up the front line to like Hazard, Genji, Sojourn in that direction.
This ends now.
Yeah, now we need to clear the guys in our back line. So Genji right now. It's just too punishable. You see what I mean? Like, it's outside of Sojourn LOS. It's, yeah. It also takes you, like, 3 painful seconds to pull out the blade while you're getting shot in the back. Beat! Okay. Good.
Oh, we have staggered them so much. That's fine.
I'm expecting great things here. This rush is a little bit too kiteable. Oh, their Maga just feeds. Okay, I see what's going on here. But I think you see what the problem with this rush is, Segu?
They just had movement cooldowns. They just left.
Yeah. Like, we actually won the space here already. We won the space up until here. Because their Genji is like not going to hold this position. We just need to shoot him and then he's gone. As soon as their tank is back, let's say maybe on this corner, I'm not sure where he's going to go, but probably like this corner. If we can rush like there, that is a huge amount of value.
Yep.
Or I think you can rush on the stairs too. Maybe like that way. I'm not sure. I don't think it blocks it. Nice. Now we can clean up. It is kind of a risk. If you're going to wall something, probably try and wall the Sojourn if possible. Maybe you're trying to put it on the doorway to prevent Kiriko from escaping here. But, like, we're going to win this fight 100% if we don't die. So what's really important here is, like, keeping it fair and not letting the enemy DPS make plays or do a lot of damage. So if the Sojourn's here, our lose condition right now is maybe Sojourn swings and lands a headshot on a Kiriko or something like that. So that's like what we would need to focus on preventing from occurring at this point in the fight. Meaning, don't just greed and like blindly W key and int on their backline if their Sojourn could possibly get a trade. But she does not really hit the shots, so we're good. Never mind, she kills Kyle. Kyle's feeling it. What happened to Helios here? Yeah, I think the Genji just kind of got through. Yeah, I mean, okay, part of the reason is we didn't stabilize, so at this point in the fight, we're healing tank instead of stabilizing our DPS, so we're effectively -1 DPS. Right? So we did kind of miss our like stabilization here. Let's go back and look. Right now, Genji can't go in, and also Akiri's half HP. So we need a stable for like literally less than a second, get some healing on a Genji, and then we can go. And then this amount of damage won't cost you all your armor, and then it costs your Kiriko having to pocket you for like basically the rest of the fight. that would maybe prevent Genji from dying. He just dodges your ult. That's funny. Okay, yeah, but that's that map, basically. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. It's like set up, do your soft dive, keep it in your Sojourn LOS all the time. Yeah, and then when they have brawl ults and we don't, we want to do like a kind of a bait setup, swing or Sojourn wide and far away, and bait them into the space your Sojourn controls, instead of like what we saw this time where they were stacked here and then we just went in. Okay. That's my cursor.